So there are many indications in the book and that I've recognized that show me when a person is an extraterrestrial. And I have met many people who are extraterrestrial souls, some of whom have a connection to Andromeda, some to the Pleiades, other ones to Sirius, the Sirian star system, some who say they're from Sagittarius. Just as America is a melting pot for peoples from all over the globe, likewise Earth is actually a great vast collection of souls from many points in the galaxy. Extraterrestrial souls are here from all over, and that's one reason for the vast numbers of UFOs and the different types of UFO contacts and experiences, because there are many different groups here now.
Okay, now let's talk about, for kids, how would they realize, I mean, would they come see you? Are people seeking each other, or the extraterrestrial souls seeking each other?
Well, I do personal counseling for individuals and families and groups, for people who are wondering who they are, their origin, and their purpose on Earth. There are indications that one is an extraterrestrial soul. Only an individual can come to that conclusion inwardly over a period of time. My counseling can help that. It's a slow process, but there are people gathering, and there are more groups now developing of people who know that they are ET souls, whether they're children or adult. Interestingly, most of the people who are coming to realize they are ETs are adult, are not the children, because the children are living a spiritual life already. They're already somewhat content with their own understanding of themselves. They haven't come to the discontent that older people have come to.
How large is the community of extraterrestrials that you know of that are out and aware?
Well, the introduction to my book was written by Brad Steiger. He wrote a book called Star People, Starborn in the early 80s. He's helped me a lot with this project. He actually had an organization of several thousand members associated with his book. And I know that there are many thousands of people all around the world who know that they are ET souls, but generally don't tell people. So wherever I go, I meet people who are saying, I'm so glad you finally wrote this, because nobody's talking about this in the New Age scene. So gradually we are gathering. People who know that they are ET souls are coming together. But the purpose of this is not simply understanding identity. It's about purpose. It's about serving humanity and developing oneself spiritually through love and wisdom to help the world more and more. Because this is a difficult period of time. There are many people suffering, and there's an opportunity to help day in and day out. Every experience we have gives us a chance to help people around us.
Were you skeptical at first? When did you become aware? How old?
See, when I was 16, I started reading ancient Buddhist and Taoist in Indian texts, mystic tradition texts. I was already open to a greater view of reality and the spiritual universe around us. When I was in my 20s, I lived in Buddhist monasteries. I did intensive meditation. This opened my mind to truths that most people find fantastic or crazy. So I was never actually skeptical, but I'm very discerning and very critical of the New Age movement, because the majority of people in the New Age movement don't know what they're talking about. And they are undisciplined, and their minds are not well trained, and they're quite naive.
Can you guys define the New Age movement?
There's no easy definition to the New Age movement. In general, specifically, it means those who expect a new age on Earth coming very soon. And all of the benevolent extraterrestrials are here, actually, to assist the process of the new civilization, which is the New Age. Loosely speaking, people involved with pyramids or crystals, alternative healing, meditation, channeling, past lives, reincarnation, all of these things are grouped together under the term New Age. Many of the ideas of the New Age are ancient ideas, such as mystic training and healing from alternate sources.
So are these then extraterrestrial prophecies?
Many of the people involved in the New Age movement are extraterrestrial souls. Many of them have been on Earth for many, many centuries, many lifetimes, and are somewhat glamored or confused in different ways, and yet their hearts are good. and they show the profile of ET souls. The New Age agenda, the New Age scene, is not created by ETs. The extraterrestrials are here as messengers and as facilitators to a New Age which is cosmically determined. The New Age is a cosmic event not created by humanity. The New Age scene in America, in any country, is actually a symptom, a sign, an effect of a cosmic cycle changing. And the cosmic cycle that's changing is one that brings us from the level of individuality, self-assertion, and ambition to a level of heart, kindness, loving, and compassion. And that is the New Age. Those are the qualities of the New Age civilization.
So that extraterrestrial philosophy then lines up with ancient peoples like the Mayans or Indians or spiritual leaders or Buddhists, or so is it a collection of all these different philosophies, including extraterrestrial, ancient peoples, all these things?
I think that it's a reverse, or it's upside down, to say that the ideas of ETs in the New Age are coming from ancient religions or cultures or mystic traditions. Actually, many people believe, myself included, that those ancient cultures received their teachings, their mystic teachings, from extraterrestrials, that these religions were started by prophets who were enlightened masters, teachers, who ultimately were extraterrestrials or beings from other systems who came here to offer that teaching of self-development and training to humanity. So it's actually a return to where we started, but it's a return with full awareness. Now humanity as a whole can retain or regain its birthright and our place in the galaxy.
Thanks. Okay. Scott, where we're going to go is we're going to start examining the idea of negative and positive extraterrestrials. I also want to get into the idea of government cover-up and UFO sightings and things like that, how
Sure.
it's part of the bigger picture
Sure.
and whatnot. So let's go back to the idea of negative and positive.
There are a number of different extraterrestrial groups that we would call evil or negative or serving themselves. Occasionally they incarnate and they are negative wanderers. That's not very common. In general, they operate out of UFOs. They are those responsible for the negative or the terrifying abductions. The negative groups also give military technology to whoever wants it. They are involved in mind control technologies, and they also help people hurt themselves. They actually accelerate and they amplify fear, negativity, doom, terror, helplessness, all the negative qualities that make us forget our divine self. All of those qualities, all that negativity is amped up, intensified by negative extraterrestrials, as well as genuine demonic forces. There are negative beings that we would call demonic or satanic, and they're non-physical. They're not all ETs, but many of them are.
To what end?
The goal and the objective of all negative extraterrestrial groups is, number one, to enslave the masses, number two, to establish the elite, and three, to try to create a negative colony on Earth as part of a genuine evil empire, a transgalactic negative empire in which Earth becomes a slave colony ruled by an elite. And some people believe that many people are already involved in trying to create that on Earth right now. The negative extraterrestrials come from many different groups. My belief, in accordance with some very valuable, genuine information I've read, is the majority of negative extraterrestrials come from the Orion system, as well as the Solar Cross, the Southern Cross, not Solar Cross, Southern Cross system. Those are not the only groups of negative extraterrestrials on the planet, and there may well be some from those systems that are not negative. The negative extraterrestrials cannot come down here and destroy the planet and enslave the people and create a ruling elite, because they're constrained by the law of free will. They're constrained by cosmic law, as well as constrained or limited, held back by positive extraterrestrials.